Hello, my name is Adrian Castagnola, and today I'm going to talk about user-centric design, what kind of user-centric designer I am, the principles that I find most important, an example of something I've done in the past, and the role that I prefer to do while I am using the customer-centric design. So let's get started. What kind of user-centric designer am I? I am an organized and task-driven customer-centric designer. I enjoy having things all organized and lined up, so when we have a task to do, it's all run pretty smoothly. I'm a planner, for sure. I love planning. It makes everything easier. I actually am one of those weirdos that actually likes flowcharts and planners. I put everything into an actual organized design so now we can just move forward and not have to worry about what happened before or after. So, some things that I think are important with principles, setting the right expectations. Expectations are very important, as we all can understand. They're something that the customer wants and the designer wants to be clear right from the beginning, to work out together properly. You need to know your audience, another principle that I find to be very important. Who are you talking to and why? What are the demographics? And even using appropriate references. If I'm talking to a group of senior citizens, I'm probably not going to reference Facebook. And if I'm talking to a young group of people, I'm probably not going to talk about eight tracks TVs and things like that. So design the total user experience. Another principle that I find to be very important. You need to have an organized plan. You need to have buy-in from your stakeholders and understand exactly what it is that you are looking to have accomplished. The plan, again, goes back to what kind of person I am. And then you evaluate the plan. So evaluating is another very important principle because you always want to improve things. Although you're doing something really well, it can always be better. If it's practiced over and over, it can always be better. So always going back to the evaluation process and figuring that out, which goes into the next principle that I find to be, and last important principle, manage by continuous user observation. So you, again, what do you do with the evaluations? You want to keep them on the forefront of your mind and make sure that you are continually improving. So a project that I've done in the past is I'm doing something where I'm building a website and I need to know my audience, which is a Salesforce team of representatives that sell equine products, and the website is for purely educational purposes. So what do I need to do in order to get this done? Well, I need to research information. Researching information obviously can take some time, but if you know exactly what you're looking for, it shouldn't be too far off of the plan that you have already created. So we want to research and make sure that we have everything lined up properly. Also, something that I need to do is research and plan out what kind of website I want to build. So there's a lot of templates out there, there's a lot of different types of websites you can build. And so the question is, what kind of website would work best for this project of helping educate my colleagues? A next obvious part of this plan is to populate the web page. The web page needs to have all the information that we researched already populated into it, which can take some time, but if you plan for it appropriately, it really should already be in your project plan. And then, of course, we execute. So we're gonna, now that our information is populated into the research plan template, we are going to try to go live and see what we need to think about. How does this reflect on our customers, which are, other sales reps? So in doing that, I'm going to consult with my colleagues and ask them for their advice, find out what they think is best, and make some appropriate changes as to where I think we need to be better and where we are good enough. Of course, when consulting with my colleagues, I'm going to ask them to do an evaluation because it goes back to the checks and balances of the principles that we talked about, where you want to keep things organized, but you also want to make sure that you're continuously improving. So the evaluations is an important part to make sure that I'm really delivering. So who am I as a project planner? Well, my name is Adrienne Castagnola. It might say Macalaire because I just got married. And I am an equine specialist for Pfizer Animal Health. And I actually really do sell equine products to veterinarians. What does that mean for me? I run my own territory. So ultimately, I'm running my own business. So I have to be organized. When I do project plans, when I do designs, when I do anything, I have to be as organized as possible because I have a million balls up in the air that I need to be able to manage. How does that work? Well, I can also utilize my project plan. As much as sometimes we think that a project plan can be tedious, it's actually something that we can really utilize when you need to be very task driven and make sure that you check all the boxes and have everything flow in an appropriate manner. But don't get too ahead of yourself because ultimately you're a creator and you want to have fun with it. So as long as you're having fun and able to get everything that you need to get done in an appropriate time, then by all means, it's the way to go. And just make sure that you're getting the job done that you started off to do. Thanks for listening to me today. I also posted 2 web pages there that I pulled some information on off of project planning, customer centric design, and a little bit of just guidance as to what kind of planner I really am. Thank you.